Dear Chaz, I have an 8-year-old son who is misbehaving both in school and at home. After several warnings, he has lost his privilege to participate in the family cruise vacation. We have now been back from vacation about 2 weeks and he's continued to misbehave despite not being able to go on the vacation with my family. My son mysteriously had some money that did not belong to him. And when confronted about the issue, he ran and flushed the money down the toilet. And has continued to lie about the issues. I have now made him unwrap his gifts and return them to the store. As a single mother, I question myself often. As Christmas draws closer, I feel bad and I'm not sure if this is tough love or if this tough love is actually working. What should I do? Frustrated and at wit's end. Hello, frustrated and at wit's end. This is a very serious issue, and so I apologize for getting back to this question a little late. Um, Let me just start from the beginning. If you're a single mother raising a son on your own, I commend you. I take my hat off to you and all the other single mothers raising a son without a man's help. You're definitely doing the best you can, and I don't want your son to end up like this.
911 emergency.
Yeah, I need an officer at my house at 4315 San Juan Avenue.
Tell me what's going on.
My son is disrespectful. He stole my car Sunday. The officer called me and told me my car was stolen. He's not coming home from school. He's just now getting in. He's supposed to do volunteer work at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm worried sick to death. He's disrespectful.
Therefore, I feel it's very important to start instilling some tough love on him. I think that not letting him go on the cruise was an excellent start. However, you notice that by you not letting him go on the cruise or participate in things that cost money, he mysteriously comes up with money on his own. And that's only going to lead to a life of trouble, a life of crime, a life of theft behind bars, and a list of other things. And I don't want any of those things to happen. So I think that you need to one, I think you need to seek out the help of a positive male role model, be that the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, seeking out maybe a mentor role model that you can get with him. If you're not comfortable with that, there are other great organizations, or even just seeking out maybe an older brother, like an uncle, a older cousin, or somebody who you're very close with, very close with. I don't want a stranger around your child, but someone you're very close with to maybe come in and take your son under his wing. Positive role models are definitely something that young boys need at a young age. They need to be exposed to. And so I think that you putting time and energy into somebody to help cultivate the manhood steps for your son would be awesome. Um, there are programs that exist already, and I think that just instilling positive affirmations into your son's life would be something that would help him gravely. You need to definitely keep an eye out on this mysterious money. Just know that if you're taking money away from him and not giving him money, he's going to get it on his own. So that's something you need to watch about. You need to lock up your stuff. You need to hide your wallet, hide your keys, do all of those things. However, I don't want you living in fear of your 8-year-old son. You're good and grown, and you should rule with an iron fist. If your son has no fear of consequence and doesn't think that you're really going to keep your word, I feel like he'll continue to misbehave. When it comes to his academics and school, you definitely need to stay on him because the bad seeds at school, I'm a teacher, so I know. The bad seeds at school are often overlooked or brushed off as inadequate and not educated, and then they don't get the type of assistance or the aid from teachers that they need. And I don't want this to start affecting him as he goes on in life and tries to excel in the academic setting. So you definitely need to pop up and show up at his school, surprise visits without him knowing. And if you witnessed him cutting up at school, you cut up right with him. Embarrass him at school. You take him to the car if you need to. Do what you need to do so that he sees this is not a game. When he realizes that you're serious about his well-being and him representing you and your family, he'll definitely start to fall in line. But definitely look into Big Brothers Big Sisters of America and the Boys and Girls Club. Get him a positive male mentor in his life. And you can start by monitoring what he's watching. Start showing him, exposing him to positive male role models. Martin Luther King, Langston Hughes, Malcolm X, Hill Harper. There are current role models he can look at as well that are doing positive things. I have a friend who bought her, I think, 5-year-old nephew a Common album and bought him a Jill Scott album at 5 years old. Expose him to things that are anti-swag, or, hyphy or anything like that. Expose him to things that you want him exposed to, the kind of music that you're listening to, the oldies, get him into jazz, those types of things. You're his parent, and it is your responsibility to mold and shape your child. I hope this helps. And I hope this is able to relieve some of your frustration and no longer have you at wit's end.